That seems fun having kids.
Style podcast.
Is it were you nervous at first to have them?
Yes. Yeah. Nervous to be vulnerable. Nervous to love something that much. Nervous to have that kind of responsibility. Nervous about all those things.
Yeah.
Changes you. Changes you. Changes you like nothing else.
But did you feel like the changes would be for like that you won't like the changes, and then you did like them? Like, did you have reservations?
Well, I didn't have a relationship with my father growing up, so for me, it was very, very important that I did whatever I had to do to have a relationship with them, to be as present as I can be, to whoever I was before I had them, to evolve, to get better. Like it's a very, when you have kids, it's a very weird thing what happens to you, because you all of a sudden you're not alone anymore. Like you don't just have responsibility, like you have a dog you have to feed or a plant. You have a little person. Yeah. And you don't want to fuck up that little person. You're like, shit. And it feels overwhelming. And then the world feels so dangerous. Change the view of the world.
Like, oh, yeah.
God, there's so much threat. There's so much out there that could hurt
Stop signs, planes.
Well, stories, too. You read stories about terrible people and terrible things that happen.
Oh, and then you're like, fuck it, I don't have to worry about this just happening to me. I have to worry about this happening to somebody else, too.
Yeah, and your little son or your little daughter, you know?
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, it's a crazy world. And you think of people differently because you think of people as a project that developed instead of being in a static state.
That's interesting. Do you think that something emotionally happens to you, like at a level that,
like a DNA level? Yeah.
Yeah.
The love you have, like Dave Chappelle said this best. He goes, not only did it increase my love, it increased my capacity for love. That's a great way of putting it. I would agree 100%. It increases your capacity. You become at least me, I became a nicer person. But I've seen it not work too. I've seen people that just reject it. I've seen men and women that just don't want to be parents.
Yeah.
I've seen women move away from their kids. They don't want to take care of their kids. I've seen men abandon their families. They just don't want to do it. It's crazy. And I don't know if it's a mental health issue or if it just, some people just can't take it. Yeah. Whatever, like there's like attitudes, and this is not just about raising children. It's about pretty much anything difficult in life. There's some people that have a very low quit point, very low. They just quit everything. They quit. It gets tough. Quit. There's a lot of people that just quit. And when you have a little, like say if you have a little Theo in front of you and you think about your life and your childhood and like how important it is for you to raise this little person and give him love and teach him about life and protect him, keep him safe and give him good lessons in life. Yeah. It just changes everything, man. It changes everything. It changes everything. But it also is overwhelming. It's overwhelming. People get serious anxiety when they have kids. They start thinking about the responsibility and the weight of it all, or they don't. Some people just fucking take pills and lay on the couch and let their kids suck fucking carpet glass and fucking stick forks into the wall sockets and play with knives. People just don't. Some people don't give a fuck. Or some people are dumb. That's a thing too, man. People don't want to say this, but there's folks out there that just aren't equipped for life. Oh. I really believe that. I think
decum the dumb, brother. That's what I'm saying. Take the semen out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point.
But here's the problem: you're dumb compared to physicists. So who's to judge? And who's to say that this person who's really stupid couldn't have a brilliant child? That happens too, man. A lot of times, brilliant people come out of stupid.
They need adversity.
Man, who knows what they need? But it's like it's not our job to decide who's stupid and who's not, because it gets slippery.
Oh yeah,
you could get boxed into that stupid corner in a different metric if you're hanging around with a bunch of people from Stanford, and they're looking. It's Theo Vaughn's in the neighborhood, and they know there's 10 people in the neighborhood, but only 9 can survive. There's only resources for 9 people.
They're gonna get rid of me probably.
Yeah, depends on how good you are at digging ditches.
Oh, it could be better than them at that though.
Yeah.
So suddenly I have a different skill.
I don't know. It's have you thought about having kids?
Yeah, I think about it a lot more, like, as I get a little bit older. And the thing for me is just, like, about being brave, I think, and just being willing to have my life just be totally different and be okay with that.
Yeah.
And just being, like, willing to know that I will be okay in that space, you know? I think it's hard. It's like I'm just starting to manage the space that I'm in, like, as a regular person. And then to get to that point where now it's like, fuck, you have another ball, you have two balls in the air, you know, a wife and a kid, or